Hey, so you happen to need a power supply, a variable one, and those cost. So let's make one. Get some binding posts. Get a power supply. This one was salvaged from an old printer actually. It's a 30 volt one. It has this special plug. So you get this cable. And I put some wires on it. Just get the thick ones. Don't cheap out on this. Next thing to buy is a buck converter, like this one. It comes with some mounting hardware and instructions. We can probably figure out how to use these 4 buttons ourselves. So, I'm using a 30 volt power supply. I want to step that down. And to do that, we're using that. If you have a power supply, say, is outputting about 4 volts, you'd want to use a boost converter. If you're somewhere in between, you might get a combination that's called a buck boost converter. So basically just look it up online, check data sheets, what might work best with the one power supply that you salvaged from somewhere else. And to house everything. An enclosure.
One eternity later.
These are now gonna act as spacers, but I'm not gonna force you to watch me do all of them because, frankly, if you wanted to see screwing, there are other websites. Yes, I realize this is not the best tool for the job, but it's what I got. Heck, not even I'm the best tool for this job. Anyway, could use some plexiglass, but I'll go with that, it's fine. this is the finished product. I put some labels on it. And I made another one. This one is housed in an old cake box that I just found lying around. So it does work. Let's go up to 12. Confirm. Okay. This module is not ideal for panel mounting. At first I wanted to make it so I could only access these 4 buttons in the screen. This turned out to be kind of impossible because the caps are too high up and I'd have to mount the whole module lower down into the enclosure. But then I couldn't access these 4 buttons with just a finger. I'd need a stick or something like that. An open design like this is actually not so bad. If the MOSFET gets too hot, you can actually blow on these cooling fins and cool it. I'm just pulling your leg. One final caveat to consider is the layout. The input socket is right next to the output posts, and that's not really ideal. Usually you'd want to have the input on the back panel. I didn't choose to do it this way, just to keep the wiring inside as short as possible. So, all in all, it doesn't really look that great, but it works well enough for my needs. So, I hope this was useful and thanks for watching.